Have you ever noticed how some people get disrespected everywhere they go? At work, with friends, even by strangers, while others rarely do? And it's not because they're richer, louder, or scarier. It's because they fixed one simple thing that most people completely ignore.
Ow.
And once you hear this, you won't be able to unsee it. Let's be honest for a second. Disrespect doesn't always look dramatic. It's not always insults or shouting. Sometimes it's people interrupting, you not taking you seriously, canceling plans last minute, talking over you, or making jokes at your expense and calling it fun. And the worst part? Most people respond the wrong way. They stay quiet. They laugh it off. They over-explain. They try to be extra nice, which actually makes the disrespect worse. So what's the one thing that ends most disrespect? Here it is. How you respond the first time someone crosses a line? That's it. Not your height, not your voice, not your confidence quotes. Your first response. Because people test boundaries often without even realizing it. Think of it like this. Someone meets you, they're unconsciously asking, "What can I get away with around this person?" And your reaction gives them the answer. Let me give you a simple example. Someone makes a rude joke about you in a group. Most people do one of three things. They laugh awkwardly, they stay silent, they insult themselves before anyone else can. All three send the same message. It's okay to treat me like this. Now compare that to a calm response like, "Hey, don't joke like that about me." No anger, no drama, just clear. Suddenly the room feels different. Why? Because clarity is uncomfortable for disrespectful behavior. Here's where people get confused. They think respect comes from being intimidating. It doesn't. Real respect comes from self-respect made visible. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need a long speech. You just need to show early. On that, you notice disrespect, and you don't ignore it. Let's talk about another everyday situation. Someone keeps interrupting you while you're talking. You stop. You wait. They finish. Then you start again. They interrupt again. Most people just give up. But someone who fixes this one thing says, "Hold on, let me finish." That's it. No apology, no explanation. No, sorry if that sounded rude. And guess what? Interruptions usually stop. Not because the other person became nicer, but because you set a boundary. Now let's add a little humor. Think about Wi-Fi. If your Wi-Fi has no password, everyone connects. Neighbors, strangers, the whole street. Then you wonder, why is my internet so slow? Boundaries work the same way. No password equals constant disrespect. Another huge mistake people make is over-explaining. When someone disrespects you and you respond with a long explanation, it sounds like you're asking for permission to be respected. You're not in court. You don't need evidence. Short, calm, and direct beats long and emotional every time. Here's something powerful most people don't realize. Disrespect grows. When it's tolerated, people don't wake up one day and decide to treat you badly. It happens slowly. A joke here, a comment there, small dismissal. And when nothing happens, they assume it's fine. But what if I don't want conflict? Good question. Boundaries are not conflict. Silence is what creates resentment. A calm boundary actually prevents bigger problems later. It's like fixing a small leak before your whole house floods. Let me tell you something important. You can be kind and firm. You can be polite and respected. You can be quiet and powerful. The key is consistency. The first time you let something slide, people remember. First time you speak up, people remember that too. And here's the part that changes everything. Once you fix this one thing, your response to small disrespect. Most disrespect ends automatically. Not because people suddenly became better, but because you changed what you allow. So next time someone crosses a line, remember this. You don't need to win. You don't need to argue. You don't need to prove anything. Just respond clearly. Because how you respond teaches people how to treat you. And once that lesson is clear, most disrespect doesn't even try again.